This thing is awesome. Like this helmet, sword, shield, shirtless in the desert, paint.
Cool, right?
Key. Yeah.
I have a couple of World War II tanks. One of them I'm putting a Cadillac convertible body on top of.
Hello, YouTube. Today I'm here with,
Wes from Badland Outfitters.
and besides being an all-around badass, Wes is an unbelievable blacksmith and craftsman, and he's gonna take a project I've been sitting on for a while, which is this soon-to-be trident here, and help me make it a lot better than I would have been able to on my own.
So he brought a few things from Home Depot, and normally, like, if you were gonna be putting this together by yourself with wood tools, this is super valid. You could do this, but I was thinking we'd go a little bit more hardcore.
I like that idea.
And we find some scrounged parts, metal around the shop here. We come up with an actual steel trident hook setup. Probably just gonna throw these out, or whatever. These, like we were talking about making something that we could put down here at the bottom, still valid. We could do that.
Yeah.
But I think if we focus on making just the trident to go on this, what kind of wood is this?
This is walnut.
Walnut.
Yeah.
We focus on getting a piece that can attach to the top of the walnut. I think it's going to get us there a lot faster and it's going to be a lot cooler.
Sweet.
Cool. All right, well, let's do a little bit of designing.
Sweet. I have a picture for you here.
Yep. Now, where did this design come from? You said this was from something, right?
Yeah, so a buddy of mine, Andreas, has this workout group and community he's created called the Awakened Warrior Tribe.
Awakened Warrior Tribe.
Yeah. And their symbol is this trident. So
What's their deal? What are they into?
mix of like martial arts, functional fitness, animal flow, spirituality, a lot of community awareness. They're doing a lot of work right now to help with wildfires and stuff, and organizing people for that. It's a cool crowd. So the metal part starts actually here instead of down there.
Okay. So how we get this shape is we take the piece of tubing and we cut it down the middle and we fold it over itself and bang it out.
Okay.
So it creates the cone. And then we just get a couple of, pieces of metal and
Make
create
a little thin
little
hooks.
bars.
Yeah.
So then after we have that, we get more of that tubing and just weld out some outriggers here, like so. And then, once again, more tubing. And we do the same thing as this.
Yeah.
Where it closes over it to get that shape. And it goes like such, and then down. And then we cope the pipe here. So
Right.
The pipe's gonna be coped. Coping means like forming it to go around the pipe. So
Coping is usually what I tell people they're doing in my Instagram comments when they insult me.
you coping with it?
You coping?
And then we do the same thing as the top and we barb it.
Is that sturdier than having all of this be above where the shaft ends? Is having these two prongs be like more in the meat of the shaft?
Well, we could bring
Is the
it down.
phrasing on this?
Phrasing.
I think that gives it kind of a cool nautical vibe.
If we come up with some little like peg right at the bottom.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then you can also stick it into the ground straight up and not just down.
Cut down the middle. It's about here. So this will be how much the shaft goes into the sleeve. Right
Okay.
there. And like I said, what I'll do is when I cut this, it's gonna fold over itself to create that kind of a spear.
And that's like 4 inches, right?
What? Like from here to here?
Yeah, it's like my girlfriend said that was 4 inches. Yeah. It's normal, right?
You got me there. 9 inches. Here. And then the rest of this will be used. I'm pretty sure I could get the entire thing.
Probably out of this, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's start cutting metal.
It's a big ass vise.
That's actually one of the small ones. my other facility. It's grande, mes.
Holy shit, that was awesome.
I was like, all right.
Real quick.
Wait, that was also just like visually beautiful with all those sparks.
All the
Is that-
spark. Dude, I'm kind of, I have a thing for spark videos. I just,
Yeah.
well, if I could make just all content of spark and fire videos, I would. But it gets boring kind of quick.
How hot does that get?
Yep.
Yep, just
Yep.
as hot as hell. Now, if you get if the sparks brush.
Being just kind of like a little garage project. Just do it as quick as possible.
Cool. This is just safe to touch still?
I mean, it's a little warm.
Oh, it's fucking glowing. Oh no, is that paint? That's paint.
I thought it was more for a second.
I thought
too.
it was glowing. Yeah, wow, he did that quick.
There's a hammer somewhere. With the ear muffs.
Yes. It's nice with the earmuffs on. It gives me kind of a sense of nostalgia.
They're great because I can put on my music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the noise cancellation stuff.
Back in the day when I was like a kid and I didn't have any forge, I didn't know any knowledge of any of this, I was doing this all day long.
Really?
Just
hammering metal?
making spears, making swords and stuff.
That's
So that
sick.
kind of brings me back to when I was doing stuff in my dad's
Can I
garage.
try? Sweet. Give it a shot.
A little bit hard. Right here and hit right there. See, you have a fucking shaping side and
Yeah.
you have more of a flat side. When you're hitting with this side, you're putting little dents in it, which
Yeah.
is not a problem, but you're gonna push more metal with that side.
Okay. Man, you were making that look really easy.
Well, I know, I've been doing it a long time. So now that you got it here, it's folding over, but we still don't have our tip yet.
Right.
So from here, notice there is going to be a slight deviation where it's not going to be as symmetrical as you're going to want it. So the way we fix that is we bring this back over on this side and we start denting it this way and evening it out. So it's going to give that taper. Almost, yeah, it's almost forming back to where it's even.
I mean,
I think we're pretty close.
Home shape.
For what we're going for, I don't think we have to go much further.
No.
Just being a little fun project.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a couple more slaps on the edge.
That's nice.
And then what we can do for the very edge is just kind of weld the tip as we put the spikes up here.
Right.
It'll go over. We'll just make something that just goes right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is kind of like, obviously this isn't like fine, blacksmithing and working, but this is something we're trying to get done quick, something fun, easy.
Yeah. And we can sand all these lines out and stuff too, right?
That's the thing. You take your welder and you weld a bead here, all along that, and then you hit it with a hammer again, or you just grind it up.
Nice.
But yeah, it's glowing orange. Yep, there we go. Yeah, we're collaborating. You can use my shop.
Oh yeah.
You can use my tools as long as you feel safe with them, and I've saw that you can use them safely.
Nice. Yeah, this is already looking really good. It's pretty symmetrical all the way around. Narrows down. It feels solid too. Like this is gonna be a real trident.
All right, we got one more. gonna cut it this way.
Okay.
Almost right along that line. So it'll attach perfectly in here.
Oh, and have that angle too. Perfect.
Yep. Cut it like that. I mean, I could do a little bit better on the actual coping,
Yeah.
but it fits. You just fill the rest of it with weld.
Yeah.
Like if I'm trying to do something high end, obviously I'm going to go through the steps of making it a little bit fit a little bit better.
Right.
But let's make this as fast as possible.
Speedrun.
Trident speedrun.
Trident speedrun record time, world record attempt. That's the real title of this video. It's just, I upload the video, Trident speedrunning world record. No explanation.
I didn't hear a word you said.
Levi might not have either. That might have been all grinder. Just
Nah, I
me
heard
moving
you.
my mouth.
I'm close enough.
It's funny, like when I first started like filming content and stuff years ago, like I never thought about the sound. And I compiled all this stuff, dated it, everything. It was almost all useless.
Yeah.
Like I'm happiest when I'm just making nerd stuff, like weapons. I have this whole like I plan to make all the Warhammer 40K stuff.
Oh, that'll be fucking
That's fucking
sick.
Like I make things that move. Like I build engines and
Yeah.
like gas. I can do electric.
Yeah, you
I want to
made
make a
some-
bunch of gas buzz style blades. I know there's guys that have done it on like online or whatever they're what do you call it? They're like makerspace guys.
Yeah.
They've done it, but in essence they're still props.
Right. You want one that is...
I want one that I can actually rip into something.
Yeah. That requires a suit of, power armor to even be able to use because you have fucking robot strength.
I will have my power armor.
Hell yeah. Yeah, the Warhammer 40K armor is really cool too. The designs for that are sick.
So what's that?
Oh, and they connect to the table.
Yep, so
That's
it doesn't
awesome.
move. Yeah, I like where this is going already.
Just casually makes a badass trident.
Surprisingly, like I've been doing this so long, when I just make something quick and ridiculous, it actually turns out pretty fucking accurate.
We are watching a master at work.
There are things that I will claim. I will say that there are the things that I'm a master at. But hacking together weapons, I don't know if I'd say it's mastery, it's just passion. It is, it's just passion. Because I know there's guys that can forge weapons that are so talented. I don't even know in my lifetime if I could get to their level.
Wow.
But I can make a weapon. I could make something that will cut and kill.
Yeah.
I will say like I can make post-apocalyptic and improvised weapons like nobody else.
Yeah. Do you make Damascus stuff ever?
I have. I don't have a whole lot of time doing it. I've done it with guys that I would consider masters at the craft. I've done it myself, but I want to make stuff quick, durable, and gnarly looking.
Yeah.
Damascus is beautiful and elegant.
Right.
I am not a beautiful and elegant person. You don't want to look into the blue light. It's really bad for your eyes.
For sure.
You can't really have one of these on you're filming.
Yeah.
And the blue light will not damage your camera if you're far enough away. If you go really close, over time, like a week's worth of exposure, it will damage your camera, but you'll be fine now. You like that one?
Oh, that was sick. It's actually my first time looking at it ever, like through a welding shield. It's really beautiful, actually. Like,
Right?
It's a
It
gorgeous color.
auto darkens.
yeah.
But watch directly into the blue light. You see the puddle?
Yeah.
The lava? You actually can come closer with that thing. I'm just giving you the heads up that over time, if you were close, it would fuck your camera. But
Oh.
right now, just for a couple of shots, you'll be fine.
Okay, perfect. What?
See?
That's awesome.
That's
Already coming together, right?
crazy.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do now is weld the other side. Tackaroo.
So this turns into this, which is
Let's
really
get-
cool.
Give me a second to weld a little bit more and
Yeah.
I'll show you really what it turns into. That's your weld. If I were to turn the machine down a little bit right now, which I really should, you'll get a little bit more defined weld seam.
Even with the welding shield on, that is still super bright.
It is. It is super bright. Interesting. It's like we're going to be doing Badland Motorsports. See that gap right there?
Yeah.
That's a lot of gap.
Yeah.
This is where it separates the men from the boys when you have welding, because a lot of guys that don't know how to fill a gap, they'll just bzz, 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 and fill it. Guys that know how to do like a J or build a shelf, that's where it's at.
So how do you fill a gap?
So basically what I do is this. I start here and I build a shelf. Look at that very tip of this. So I'll go here, and then I start going here, and I close the whole mouth of it. Let me get started on it, and then I'll show you what it looks like halfway through. All right, so I am halfway through. So what you're doing is you pile the bead here, but you go back over and you start closing the seam.
Okay, so you're not going just across.
Now I'm going.
You're going horizontal.
Horizontally, and what I'm doing is I'm building that lip closer and closer to the seam.
Yeah.
But if you want to see like a real example of my welding skill, look at the chariot.
Yeah.
There's some skill in that.
So how hot is that metal right now? It's glowing.
Oh,
If you had to guess.
I'll be like 600 degrees.
Damn. So that is
No,
actually glowing.
Yeah, that is glowing. I mean, this gets up to several thousand degrees.
Wow.
The welding art. But like I've been so far removed of the actual, parameters and knowledge of how hot this shit gets. I weld it. I don't really think about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up because it makes me sound like I actually know what I'm talking about.
Can I see it?
Yeah. Just don't touch this section. Just touch up here.
Wow, that's really cool.
See how using tube it still makes it pretty damn light?
Yeah. It's hollow that way. And it's surprisingly thin for what the tubes are.
It's not gonna break.
Yeah, that's
It's not like you don't have to worry about a set time like glue,
That's fucking awesome.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
seaming that up. Semen.
Semen. Add it onto our daily list of dick jokes.
Dick jokes.
In the sea.
You want to bring it in a little closer?
Oh, yeah.
Just seaming it up. Not the best welds, but we're gonna grind it off anyways. Perfect, amazing, dragon. Right there.
Yeah.
And what we're gonna do is the same thing as this.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna cut them up and I'll have you help me bang it out.
Sweet. And how do you get that curve out for the bottom piece?
Curve out. What
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing is cutting another tube and just welding it to the edge like this.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we need to make it too complicated, try to bend or cut anything.
Yeah.
I think it'd be just fine like this.
So there's not really a grain metal like there is with wood, is there? It can kind of just bond and be strong in any direction.
Yeah, there's not really a grain. There's more like the crystal structures, but
Yeah.
you can't really see it.
And does a weld overwrite that structure?
It changes it.
I mean, it's interesting because, like, I remember when I started learning carpentry, like, I didn't realize how alive wood is when you work with it. And as you're teaching me about this, I'm realizing it seems like metal is too.
Well, I don't know about alive, but it has its own patterns.
Yeah, like it has ways it responds to the stimulus you give it. That's like. Yeah, that looks fucking awesome.
Yeah. So now, what I'm going to do is cut this, and we are going to bang it out.
So my thought process would have been to take cuts out of both sides and make like a V shape that goes all the way through, then just hammer it together and
bang
weld
it together. Yeah, you could do that too. I just found that it makes more of a natural cone shape when you bend it over itself, you know?
Yeah, instead of a fold.
I mean, honestly, since we've already done it this way, we could do it the V shape just to see how it turns out.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some level of like the outside ones could be a little bit thinner too.
You know what the videos that I think are really cool?
Yeah.
Is the guys that do this stuff in short form, where they only show, they go like, oh, we're gonna do this, and they go,
yeah, they're able to get like a 0.5 second.
Yeah, it just slaps it together like, holy shit, what just happened? And then they have a finished product. I think with my channel, with what I'm doing, I kind of want to go in that direction. What you could also do is they had a director, one of the last things that I did came in, and we did kind of like an introduction to what my shop is, what I do.
Yeah.
So we could show like my weapons. We could say, oh, you could say, this is fucking Wes, Bad Light Outfitters. This is what he does.
Yeah.
Show him the chariot, show this. And then it shows what's the relevance of me doing this with you. You know?
Right.
I mean, if you're interested, we could do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know some fucking amazing armor smiths. Just amazing armor smiths. I like building the like post-apocalyptic kind of improvised armor better.
Yeah.
You see my tire armor up there. That's insane. Craftsmanship on that.
It's a fucking
I'm super
awesome
proud of
piece.
that.
It really is. I was about to ask fucking Eric.
guys that do like medieval armor and the shaping and all that, incredible work.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of that skill. I can do some of it.
Yeah. You want to try it out?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, try that on.
I'll trade you. You gotta.
Holy shit. Dude, that's sick.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Dude, it looks really fucking cool. Like, it just looks so fucking rugged. But the shape has, like, Master Chief from Halo's vibe.
That's exactly what I went for.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's gnarly armor.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, no, here, stay there. I'm gonna throw a kick at you. Turn sideways. It works.
Well, let me show you. Like, I'll get one that's not sharp.
The bat.
Go like this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm gonna hit you pretty hard. Yeah, go this way.
We're just gonna start abusing Levi. Hang on, I'm gonna come over to the other side.
Like, you're not gonna feel shit, ready?
Dude, that's...
Like, it's that good. And I'm gonna hit you right here.
Yep, that shit works.
That's
good.
awesome.
That's
Hang on, I wanna try. We'll swap back out.
Hold on. You care if I put this on?
We can try it on.
Watch this.
I don't know if my hair is fucking... Holy shit. Like, the armor works, but you can definitely still
You
feel
gotta
it.
understand how good this armor is. Ready? I'm gonna hit you pretty hard. Ready?
Yep. Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Not a problem, right?
Nice.
Dude, that's fucking badass.
I've taken this all over the world. This helmet.
Dude.
Fought in Italy. I fought in Russia with that thing.
Wait, you do like the
Armored combat fighting.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, my team is the Order Draconis. Order of the Dragon.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, Order of Draconis.
Yeah.
Let me try this helmet on.
You wanna try a blow?
Yeah, why not?
This is safe. As long as I hit the helmet.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. Wow. I mean, yeah, you feel the force, but it doesn't hurt.
Nope.
No.
It's loud.
Yeah.
But,
Loud, but-
now mind you, that's with a hand axe.
Yeah.
The two most devastating things in armored combat is going to be a pole arm,
Yeah.
which is a 7-pound, haft, like a head on a 7-pound pole, or a punch shield. Because this, you're basically hitting with a 2x4.
Ooh.
You hit people like this. This is my jam. That's how I fight. I don't do a whole lot of sword stuff. I'm getting better at it.
Yeah, the sword is more for
But
parrying, but
I
your
use
big
the
hits are-
axe as a hook, and I hook their shield and just wow, over and over again.
Interesting.
I'll have to send you a clip to show you what
Yeah.
that's about.
And I think you were telling me that like certain punch shields aren't even legal anymore in anime
No, actually, I'm not sure about AMMA.
or armored combat.
I
forget they're like different
Boohurt
leagues.
and IMCF,
Yeah.
you can't use this coffin shield, but it
Yeah, that's
doesn't
the
have
word.
anything to do with safety or anything. It's just you can't find any pennants. You can't find any record of a shield that looks like this.
Yeah, because they want the historical accuracy.
They want the historical accuracy.
Yeah.
Which I'm not the biggest fan of the historical accuracy
Me
part.
neither.
I want to, with me, if it was up to me, I would get away from that
Yeah.
and do all fantasy.
Well, the thing is, we have better technology now. We have better understanding now. We have better tools now.
But furthermore,
Why are we limiting? Because
well,
if
they're
we were still
trying to keep it-
making,
those leagues are trying to keep it historically accurate.
Right.
I get it. But let's do something different in the U.S. because we didn't grow up with castles.
Exactly.
We didn't grow up with what do you call it? Museums that always had this stuff. We grew
Yeah.
up with video games, shows, anime, fantasy.
yeah, and
And
it's like,
quite frankly, I want to see the Predator go up against the Master Chief in armored
Yeah.
combat. I think that would be rad.
that'd be sick.
All right, back to banging.
You make them take 20 minutes by making things take longer. On manga, you can read at a pace.
Oh, like that Record of Ragnarok.
Oh.
Dude, it takes so long to get anything done
They
in that.
made that show, dude. I think a lot of animes do it. Like Fairy Tail did that. One Piece kind of did that.
Bleach.
Bleach totally did that, but Bleach kind of pioneered that.
Yeah.
He's banging the shit out of that thing.
There we go. So it's starting to fold over. Once I get it to fold over here, then I start working on this side. It's going to
Yeah.
bring it to a really good point.
Nice.
It's not the best way to do it. People give you shit for, that's not safe. You'll burn your eyes. Like, well, I'm not really looking at it.
Yeah. Cool how like my life has moved in these arcs as I've like learned new things. Because I had a big arc from like the end of 2020 through most of 2021 where I was learning carpentry and running a logistics company. And like just the chapters of my life since I turned 18
Yeah.
have just moved in like I have like an arc where I'm really invested in learning about martial arts. And then an arc where
Hey,
I'm
you're a black belt at some point,
in
right?
Kung Fu, yeah. And that was like a whole chapter of my life where I learned that. And then I had a whole chapter where I was learning about entrepreneurship, carpentry, logistics, stuff like that. And I've had this chapter where I'm learning about the social media game and
Yeah, look at there we go.
being in that world. Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah.
And now, I think this year, metalwork will probably be a big part of what I learn. More long form content stuff. It's funny, like I remember always being asked like career trajectory questions in high school, like, oh, where do you see yourself in 5 years? It's like, fuck, who knows what I'll learn tomorrow? Like I could learn some shit that could change my whole perspective on life, what I'm doing, what I'm capable of, in a few weeks.
Absolutely.
And you could change everything.
I've made some fucking huge changes in my life just off of a whim of learning something or just having my perspective changed.
Yeah.
And the main thing that I've realized in life is just constantly be learning and trying to level yourself up.
Yeah.
I never stop.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a game I played a lot growing up called RuneScape. You ever heard of it?
Uh-huh.
And one of the mechanics from the game that I just like really take into my day-to-day life is this idea of just like leveling up different skills and this idea
Gamifying your life?
Yeah, totally. I think it's one of the most useful tactics for living is just like looking at life like a game, and any opportunity you have to like learn something, level up a skill, go on a quest, do it.
Mark's really big on going to classes, and oh man, he's kind of right.
Yeah.
He and I are taking a radio class, like shortwave and ham radio stuff.
Oh, that's sick.
You know, building up our apocalypse skills.
Yeah. That has value.
I know
the other
exactly.
thing, like every apocalypse team's got to have their people that know things.
Yeah.
You're gonna have your like gunfighter. You're gonna have your driver. You're gonna have your medic.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a comms guy.
Yeah. And for a while, I always thought I was like, oh, I'm like the warrior monk class. And that was when I was in my martial artist art. And then I learned carpentry, and it's like, oh, now I like have that, and I can build furniture.
So you see the doors right here, right?
Yeah.
I've been just about to grind. I grind and like Mark or Zach walk through the door. They're like, oh God! That's it.
That looks fucking awesome.
We'll weld it here, and then we'll just make a little extension.
And yeah, we could flatten a lot of this stuff too.
Oh yeah. Well, what I'd want to do is get the torch out.
Yeah.
And then heat up just sections to flatten it. You know, kind of going a little backwards. It would have been easier to get square tubing or something, but.
All right, guys, that's gonna be a wrap for today. We only had about 3 hours to work on this, but it's already coming together and looking sick. Wes did an awesome job.
We have the base design from the video or the pictures that you showed.
Yeah.
Me. This is the base concept design. It's just the shape of it. So we're gonna, once we get the rest of this welded into this prop, we're gonna get some of the barbs on the side and here, do a little bit more facing with the weld, and we're gonna have something really cool to send your buddy.
Hell yeah.
He's gonna like this.
That'll be sweet.
It's gonna be lightweight. It's not gonna be an actual heavy ass,
Nice.
pointy stabby weapon. It's gonna be a prop, and we're gonna end up putting fire on it.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be cool. All right.
Sweet. Well, everyone, where can Wes, where can everyone find you?
So I have my Badland Outfitters shop Instagram, or you go to the website badlandoutfitters.com. Badland Outfitter at Badland_outfitters on Instagram. It's the only social media I really have at the moment. I also have a build page, which is Westland_build, where I do all the creative vehicles, all the stuff, movie props, or just one-off creative things that I'm building. When you go to Badland Outfitters, it's going to be mostly fitness equipment and fire props. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
Awesome. Well, if you enjoyed this, guys, hit a comment down below about what we should make next. Hit a like and subscribe. It really means a lot. Have a great day. This video is brought to you by The Hip Helper, which is a company I co-founded with my friend Elliot. And it's an acupressure massage device that I can use right on my hip flexor right on my hip to release my psoas and iliacus. And it's such a huge help for me, especially after driving. I just put it in right under my hip bone there, and I can lean into a wall or lay on the floor on it, and it just really presses on my iliacus muscle, opens up my core, all the lower back tension I get from sitting and driving or working editing videos just goes away super easily. Helps me with my squat mobility. Just an all-around great tool. But, I'm gonna use that for about 30 seconds here, and that's gonna loosen up my lower back before I drive on home.